What's up, everybody? It is Michael from NC Tides and Trails. It's about 4:30 right now, and I've had a headache all day, and I want to just go for a walk. And I figured there'd be no better time than now to go for a little hike in one of my favorite spots that I can walk to from my apartment. So I figured I will take you all along with me. We can go kind of explore this, and I'll introduce you guys to the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll see you there. All right, y'all. Well, we are out for a little hike today. The past couple days, or really the past week, I've been trying to hit different local fishing spots and stuff. And really, as we're coming out of the winter months here, just like have not had much luck. Past couple days was raining and stuff too. So figured we'd take you for a little evening hike near my apartment. As you can see up this way, they're extending, I believe it's a toll road. They're extending a toll road right next to my complex. So I've got this kind of back access road that I really enjoy walking on. And right now the weather's perfect. It's a little bit breezy, you might be able to hear, but right now the weather's real nice. It's probably 60 degrees. Might be able to hear them. You might be able to hear them over there working on the highway. They've been getting good progress on it recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if in the near future parts of it don't start opening up within, the next year or so. But what I like to do is just take this back access road. It leads kind of this dead end walking trail. And especially in the winter right now, when most of the trees and most of the vegetation is all died out and stuff, it's fairly easy to just go walking in the woods. So it just rained a couple days ago, so a lot of this is wet. But deep in there, well, really not so deep in there, there is a little creek or river or whatever you want to call it that runs through this woods. So I'm just looking for a good dry place, and we'll just cut in. That looks as good as any. I'll just cut in. See if we can't find some nice areas or something interesting. Again, it's coming out of the winter, so a lot of this stuff is dry, but a lot of new green is just starting to sprout up. So it won't be but a couple months now until you're not going to be able to just walk through here like this. So, I like to do it while I can. Now, it doesn't look like there's very much water in here. I was hoping. It just rained this past weekend, and I was hoping for a little bit more water, but at least we got something running here. Ooh, just almost missed it. I see some deer tracks. Yeah, some little deer tracks over here. And I'd assume those are within just the past couple of days, because like I said, this past this past weekend, we did get a decent rain that came through. So I would be inclined to think that most of the tracks that we find out here are gonna be fresh since then. What do we got there? You gotta love a nice, beautiful, peaceful spot like this. And then I come up on it, and the first thing you find is a beer can that somebody just threw out here. But we'll shove this in the bag, take this with us, and get it up out of here. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Because, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's just something nice and peaceful about just walking in the woods. And, I mean, that's one of the things I like about North Carolina, but really, I'll say in the South, or just living in the outskirts, you know, it's like, oh, look at that, we got a little frog. Huh. Come here, little guy. Come here, little guy. No, he made it to the water. All right, well, I missed him because I'm slow. But look at that, that's how you know spring's coming, boys. That's how you know spring's coming. You got little baby frogs hopping around. You gotta love it. But anyway, as I was saying, it's one of the reasons why I like being kind of out here. I mean, I live in Wake County in North Carolina. And that's by no means the most, you know, country or the most out in the boonies kind of county, right? But also, if you're standing in the dead center of Raleigh, which is in Wake County, if you're standing in the center of Raleigh, you're still like no more than web in my mouth. From the center of Raleigh, you're still like no more than what, like maybe 2 miles or something, 3 miles maybe, from just being back out in the woods somewhere. It's like there's parks all over the place and different privately owned or public property that's just, well, that got burnt out a little bit. That's pretty cool. That's just setting you next to the highway or something, you know what I mean? It's like you could be in the city and turn around and have this next to you. You could be in the city and wake up and go walk to this. I'm half tempted to just jump down there. I don't know how well you're gonna see this elevation. That's probably a 3-foot little drop right there. I want to just yeet onto that sandbar, but the problem is I can see some color change, so I know it's still really wet up into a majority of that. I don't want to just sink in, so we'll find the long way around. Oh. But while I'm out here, I guess I can give y'all the basic plans for the channel, basic plans for at least the next couple videos. So the plan, I primarily want to focus on fishing. I enjoy fishing, and I want that to be, I would say, the focus of the channel. And so it's funny, we're here and the first full-length video on the channel, we ain't even doing any fishing. We don't got a pole with us. We're just out for a little hike in the woods. But it's about, oh, there's another little frog. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's so tiny. He's so tiny. Come here, buddy. Oh. Whoa. Look at that. We got a little frogger. Look at that little guy. He's so cold. All right. All right, bud, we'll put you down. All right. There you go, little buddy. Anyways, I want the focus of the channel to be fishing and hiking and anything outdoors, you know. Maybe get some range day content if we're out on, you know, buddy's private land or something like that, and we're doing some target practice or something. Maybe get some range day content. But I want this channel to be your local North Carolina perspective. Oh, I heard something. Oh, I think it's just a bird. I heard something rustling around. Yeah, I think there's just birds hopping around. But I want this to be your kind of North Carolina guide. I'm not the most knowledgeable person here, right? I don't know all the spots. I don't know all the fishing spots or the hiking trails or anything like that. So my plan is to have an outdoorsy channel for you guys to like learn along with me. Find the good fishing spots. Find the bait and tackle that works. Find the best trails. Find the trails that people know about. Find the trails that people don't. So I want this channel to be just as beneficial for me as it is for you guys. I don't want y'all at any point thinking that I know what's up, or I know the spots, or I'm trying to be out here teaching you because I'm some expert, because I'm not. I'm trying to learn along with you guys. And I'm just trying to take y'all for the ride. Take y'all with me on my learning adventures. Learning what works, learning what doesn't. Learning the spots. See, it's such a nice place. It's getting close to getting dark, but man, if this was the middle of the day, I would walk up on there and just sit right there. Twinkle my little toesies in the water. It's a nice little spot. But, so hopefully we're coming out of February right now. We are like 1 month and a half away from good spring fishing starting up. We're like 1 to a month and a half, maybe 2 months, probably not even 2 months away from good spring fishing. So the past couple weeks I've gone out, haven't had much luck, but I'm anticipating that picking up in the near future, or picking up shortly. And so if you're new here, expect some banger fishing content in the next couple weeks. I've got also a couple of trails that are kind of local in the Cary, maybe Raleigh area. And I know that there's a couple trails that lead to some allegedly good ponds for fishing. So hopefully we can get out there shortly. There's a fishing spot on the Sharon Harris that I want to explore, and that'll be coming up shortly. In fact, that spot might end up taking 2 videos because I don't really know what the spot looks like. It was one of those places I hunted down on Google Maps, and from Google Maps it looks good, but it's also a mile or so. It's also a mile or so down the road. So it may not be that good. It may not have very good access points. I mean, I also may not be able to even get there. May not be able to access it. So we'll probably have 2 separate videos, one where I go without any fishing equipment, and we'll just see if we can access it, see what the spot looks like, see if there's a lot of people there, just kind of scout it out. And if I think it's, you know, something doable, then we'll come back, make a second video, and we'll bring the fishing gear and see what's up. But for now, sun's going down. I'm not too deep in it. We're not too far in, but for now we'll start heading back. Oh. And I really hope y'all enjoyed this kind of short little hike slash channel intro as much as I enjoyed going on this hike and explaining the hopes and dreams for this channel as things are just getting started. But I will definitely be catching y'all in the next video. And peace out.